Sister, stop punching above your weight. You keep asking for this smoke that you really don't want. You want to act like a high school mean girl, and you'll get treated that way. Sit down, be humble, while our left stroke keeps going viral. Let the grown women speak. You're not invited to this table. You don't have the range.
I have some good news. One of them just got fired. Tiffany Cross, the most racist person in all of television, and in particular on MSNBC, just got fired. Poor Tiffany.
I want to say one quick thing about my friend, colleague, and sister, Tiffany Cross. She's not just my friend, she is my sister. I love her. I support her. I was boosting for her to get the show that she created, The Cross Connection, which she put her heart and soul into every day. And I just want to say that those on the far right who are attacking her on a social media app that I won't name, you don't understand how sisters move. So watch this space. We will be here. Her sisters will be here to support anything Tiffany Cross ever does. Know that. Believe that. That's tonight's readout. All in with Chris Hayes starts now.
Believe that. Know that. This is how sisters roll. Sisters. A sister's going. Wow. Yeah, that is Joy Reid melting down and coping over the fact that her sister, Tiffany Cross, got fired. Okay, now when I first heard about this news yesterday, I can't lie, I was very excited. I experienced emotions of joy, but then after thinking about it, I was like, should I have celebrated Tiffany Cross getting fired, right? Because I don't like to see people lose their jobs, okay? But then I thought about it and said, you know what? Here's the thing. She spewed openly racist and hateful things to her audience of 600,000 people, or allegedly she had an audience of 600,000 people. I'm not sure she found 600,000 people to watch her show, but I think that we have standards on mainstream cable for a reason, okay? There's certain things that you can and you can't say on air, and you know, it was getting into the territory where, I mean, she was calling for people to pick up weapons to fight a civil war. I mean, she had people come on her network that just openly was talking about fighting their neighbors because of their political affiliation. I mean, the things that she was saying, she was spewing on her network. I mean, we're not talking about the soft racism, right? That they allege from Fox News, right? When they say that, oh, you know, I'm against legal immigration, therefore you're racist, okay? Or I want to be tough on crime, right? We should be tough on crime. We should start locking more people up and not letting them out. Oh, you're racist against black people, right? That's the type of racism they talk about on Fox News. Stuff like that, where it's just like, that's why I never understand when people say, oh my God, Fox News spews racism. And I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. But I actually do know what they're talking about. They're talking about things that actually are not racist. Because everything to them that they disagree with is racist. And in my opinion, I mean, look, here's the thing. You know, I don't want to see people lose their jobs, but they're the ones that set this standard. Okay, they're the ones that consistently call for deplatforming of other people that they agree with because of racism and hate speech. It just so happens in this case, the hate speech pendulum swung the other way on Tiffany Cross. So I only can really feel so bad for her. Just like I only feel so bad for the people that got fired at Twitter, especially the content moderation team, the people who were responsible for the censorship. If these people weren't censoring people for petty stuff, like, for example, censoring the Babylon Bee for, I think, misgendering somebody or making a joke about Rachel Levine, this would have happened. Elon Musk would have took over the company. They would have got fired. So again, this is the type of stuff that the left has bought on themselves. Because in my ideal world, if we're going to allow racist rhetoric to be on air like that, okay, fine. But we should allow it on all sides, right? Everybody can say racist things towards each other if they want, okay? And people wouldn't be losing their jobs for it. That would just be kind of the standard, right? If that's what we're going to allow. However, if we're going to have a standard where you don't allow that, particularly when it comes to conservatives, Fox News, again, they can't even talk about crime without being called racist, which again, that's why I really don't understand why people say that Fox News is racist. Like, again, I never hear anything overtly racist on Fox News where they say things overtly racist about black people, Hispanic people, whatever. On MSNBC, they're just overtly saying things racist about white people. It's right in your face. So again, there's a double standard, right? There's a double standard here. And I don't think that that's right. And that's why I really don't feel that bad for Tiffany Cross. At the end of the day, getting fired is not the end of the world. She'll pick up another job. She just won't be on MSNBC. And that leads me to this video right here from Cenk Uygur, who's going to melt down over Tiffany Cross getting fired. And he's going to simp to the rescue here and actually offer her a job. And I want to react to this. So let's go ahead and get into it.
In the last 24 hours, she did also have some commentary about Ron DeSantis and Florida. That is interesting. I can't actually say some of these words, but it referenced Florida as being the, I'm gonna say, penis of America, and that it should be castrated. And so that's controversial. Now she means it as a metaphor. She doesn't actually want to cut off a la Bugs Bunny, Florida, so that it like drifts off into the ocean or anything. But those might be some of the reasons that she was fired.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Would Tucker Carlson or anybody on Fox News get the benefit of the doubt if they said, for example, they want to, I don't know, castrate California, right? I'm not sure they would get the benefit of the doubt like Tiffany Cross, but that probably was the last straw for her, okay? I think that the executives at MSNBC, who was led by a black woman apparently, they're like, look, you got to stop going on air and saying racist stuff. You got to tone down the rhetoric because honestly, this is not a good look for the so-called race hustlers, right? The people that's supposed to be against racism, pushing overtly anti-white racist rhetoric on our airwaves. Yeah, not a good look, okay? And she just didn't want to tone it down. And at the end of the day, it's not like she wasn't warned. She knew. And she got fired. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay. We're hiring, just so you know. So
what an idiot.
We'll be talking to Tiffany soon, if she's interested. Because look, I don't know that we're going to particularly hire her. We'll have a conversation about it. But I'm interested in aggressive hosts. I'm not MSNBC, who thinks you should be a doormat for Fox News and allows Tucker Carlson to fire your hosts. What a loser network. Tucker Carlson attacked her. She said something back and you fired her?
See, this guy has no clue what he's talking about. He has no clue what he's talking about whatsoever. See, people think that Tiffany Cross got fired because of Tucker Carlson. I don't think it was directly because of Tucker Carlson. I think it was a combination of everything. It was the fact that she was picking fights with people for no reason. I mean, she would literally go on a crusade, a racist rant crusade against Bill Maher, right? Anytime Bill Maher criticized the left or the wokeness of the left, right? The racist bigotry of the left, the anti-whiteness of the left, they got pissed, right? They went off on Bill Maher, okay? And it's stuff like that that I think that MSNBC was just like, we don't want this on our network because, again, you're punching above your weight, right? You're going after people like Bill Maher, like Tucker Carlson. Once they start to put a target on your back, you're going to get embarrassed, right? And that's what happened when Tucker Carlson humiliated Tiffany Cross and called her out on her racism. She got embarrassed. Tiffany Cross actually never responded to Tucker Carlson. I covered that. She didn't really respond. And that's how I know Cenk has no clue what he's talking about, because she actually did not respond to Tucker Carlson. She actually folded, right? Because she knew that she was barking up the wrong tree.
That's a surrender to racist, fascist Tucker Carlson.
Tucker Carlson is a racist and a fascist. Again, what evidence does he have to back up that claim? Got plenty of evidence that Tiffany Cross is a racist. I guarantee you can't find nearly as many clips of, you can't find any clips, really be exact, of Tucker Carlson saying overtly racist things like Tiffany Cross. But Tucker Carlson is the racist, though. Again, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to double standard here.
I mean, what a pathetic thing to do. Now, look, guys, when the news came out this morning that they had severed the relationship, I thought, I don't know, man. People are saying crazy things these days. Maybe she said something crazy behind the scenes that I don't know about. So I said, look, barring something that she said that I don't know, it seems like this was a terrible move, right? But I was worried. But no, that's gone now. Because let me explain why. So someone who's got really good ratings on MSNBC, but all of a sudden have MSNBC executives leak about them and then sever the relationship. Gee, I don't know who else might have been in that situation. So for those of you who don't know, that was exactly what happened to me. I was the 6 o'clock host for MSNBC. I had the best ratings I had ever gotten at 6 o'clock. I literally, in the conversation with the head of MSNBC, said, ratings are not an issue, right? Obviously, because we all see the ratings and we all see that it was the best they'd ever gotten at that time slot. And he's like, no, ratings are not an issue. Okay, so then what's the issue? Okay, and when I was at MSNBC, the very first interview I said I was gonna kick Fox News's ass and make them cry. Okay, they called me in. NBC officials, PR people called me in and said, don't do it. I'm like, wait, I thought they were our competition. Aren't we trying to get press and beat them? They're like, no. You don't know how scary they are. I swear to God, this is a real conversation. They said they have some of the, they have our anchors and our executives followed. I was like,
that's horrifying.
Shouldn't you report that? You're NBC News. Shouldn't you report that the other guys are lunatics that are having you followed? I don't know it. I didn't get followed, as far as I know.
Followed to what end?
To what you're telling me to be a coward, and that if I'm not a coward, I'll have trouble. And here she is. She was the most aggressive host on NBC, MSNBC by a long shot. Mehdi Hasan's a great host, okay? And so, Mehdi, watch yourself, okay? I don't want to put any ideas. But when I saw Tiffany Cross say these things that were true and aggressive on air, I was like,
yeah, so he's saying that when he saw Tiffany Cross say things on air that was true and aggressive, he likes aggressive, AKA racist. You like racist, which is why this man went out and hired Rashard Richey, who's probably the most racist black man, right, on YouTube, okay? I mean, all the guy does for a guy with a PhD is that he literally finds videos of Karens in the wild, AKA white women acting up in the wild, right, in public, and he just reacts to those all day, right? That's what he does with his PhD. Again, TYT, they want to openly spew racism, okay? That's what they call being aggressive, is just being racist. This is the left. This is the left. These are the people fighting against racism. They're at the forefront for equality. Oh no, I like racist hosts. Okay, now, again, clearly, Cenk has no clue what Tiffany Cross said on air. He doesn't know, but I'm pretty sure he wouldn't disagree with the things that she said.
like, they're letting her say that. Maybe MSNBC's changed, right? Because there's new leadership, etc. They haven't changed at all. And look at this leak. Now it's for sure that she didn't say anything outrageous off air that we don't know about. The executives leaked to Variety and told them, yeah, she dared to fight back against Tucker Carlson and Megyn Kelly. That's not what NBC News does. NBC News lays down like a goddamn doormat and lets the fascists walk all over them. And remember, Tiffany, you are not to do the news. You are not to be honest. You are to do corporate media. You don't see corruption. You don't see racism. You don't see any problems with the Republicans. Our job is to kiss their ass.
You know, again, it's one thing to call out racism. It's another thing to go on air and to call Kyle Rittenhouse a little murderous white supremacist, right? I'm just saying. It's one thing to see racism. It's another thing to go on air and to essentially call for a civil war, to call for people to pick up their weapons and go to war, right? Again, I'm just saying, it's one thing to call out racism, and then it's another to openly disparage people based off their race on television. Again, these people are out of touch, man. They're so out of touch. He has no clue. He's never watched her show, right? He's never watched the show, but because he's a simp, because he sees all the woke revolutionaries on Twitter melting down and crying, boohoo crying about this, like Jamel Hill and Joy Reid and Eli Mastal, he believes that, oh, she must have said things that were true, right? She must have said things that are something that the average American would agree with. And it's just not true. She's an extremist. But again, this is the same guy that hired Rashard Richey, who, again, is the biggest race hustler on YouTube.
We're MSNBC, the left-wing station. Hilarious joke. Thank you. Thank you for proving what a joke you are. Like I said, Tiffany, call me.
Well,
yeah, that's gonna be a bad move. You hire her, that's gonna be a bad move. But again, who knows? It worked with Rashard Richey. Rashard Richey per video, he gets more views than the TYT channel, right? Which is a failing news network. I don't know how they are still operating at all, really, but they still are. And again, they want to add more racism to their airways. Again, I just got a feeling, though, I don't think Tiffany Cross is going to stoop to the level of working for a failing network like TYT. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe she's that desperate, okay? It'd be interesting to see if she joins this network or she goes and joins her buddy Roland Martin, right, on his network, or BT or something like that. But we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.